So, which one of you is going first? Alright then. Haven't seen you in a while, but... Alright, Ghostbusters. Let's see what you got. Okay, I'll admit it. I'm not in the movie mood.
I don't know if you heard, but the Empire is gone.
I am here! You shall not pass!
Out of the way! Out of the way!
Now don't get me wrong, movies will always hold a place in my heart. But just this one time, I was in a little bit of mood for some TV. Yeah, I might have exaggerated the based on true events to a different level. No, actually, believe it or not, the top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2022 is actually one of my New Year's resolutions. Not so long ago when I actually posted one of my videos for the top 10 most anticipated films of 2022, I was promoting my video on Twitter. I got a comment on here from one of my good friends, Roberto. He went to high school with me and also was in theater, and he commented on there saying, and I quote, "Needed this. One of my goals for 2022 is to watch way more movies." Well, Roberto, I'm gonna have to thank you on that because the truth is that comment actually inspired me to make this video. And in all honesty, it was actually not to watch more movies because I do that anyways, but it's to actually watch more television shows, which is something I didn't really do for the past 2 years. So yeah, but unlike in my last video where I did honorable mentions and then eventually I went out to the top 10, this one I'm not really gonna have any considering the fact that I didn't watch a lot of TV shows and I'm not caught up with every show on the face of the planet, so yeah. It's just gonna stick to top 10. So coming at number 10, we have She-Hulk. So She-Hulk is pretty much another MCU property that's gonna be airing on Disney Plus. And if you're not familiar with She-Hulk, it's pretty much Bruce Banner's cousin who one day after a terrible accident, she needs blood transfusion to save her life. So Bruce donates some of her blood into her, but because he has Hulk DNA, she gets powers of the Hulk, except she's actually able to maintain her mind and yet she still comes out very strong and badass. But at the same time, I'm like, you know, yeah, that's pretty much what She-Hulk is. I will admit, I'm not a big fan of She-Hulk as much as I am with Hulk personally, but I still like the character, and I'm actually curious to see how they're going to go with it. And plus, I honestly feel like the MCU is lacking Hulk property, and I'm like, give us more Hulk stuff. And I'm like, and like we're getting it. I mean, it's not Bruce Banner. Hopefully, we get another sequel to the Hulk, but with She-Hulk, I'm actually able to give her a shot and all that. So yeah, let's just see how that's gonna go. So coming in at number 9, we have Halo. Pretty much Halo is based off the popular game series, which I did play for a little bit. I only played Halo 3 back when I went to my orthodontist, and yes, my orthodontist really had a kid's place playing Halo. So I'm like, I hate getting my teeth tightened, but this is a good game. Originally, it was supposed to be directed by Steven Spielberg. It was supposed to be like a movie version of it, but that didn't go out as well as planned, so they decided to turn it into a TV show on Paramount Plus, and that's just pretty much the idea of it. I'm not very familiar with all the other video games of Halo. I don't know the story as well. I know who Master Chief is, pretty much a very iconic video game character, and I'm just curious to see how they're going to pull that off. I mean, don't get me wrong, the trailer actually looks pretty good. It looks like it just came out of the video game, so I'm just like wondering what else can they do with it, but make a good story. I really hope for it. Like, I know making live action adaptations coming out of a video game is not really always has the best track record, but then lately we've been having Detective Pikachu, Sonic, and also The Witcher, so maybe this is a turnaround. So hopefully we can continue that trend, and Halo is just like another one of them, but then again, it could always go down. So coming in at number 8, we have The Sandman. So The Sandman is pretty much Vertigo Comics. There's also DC Comics, whichever way you want to call it. They branched it off into a spin-off, which was Lucifer, and I'm pretty sure everyone knows that series. But The Sandman is pretty much where Lucifer came from, and I think this really does have potential. And I've actually been wanting to see a live-action version of The Sandman for quite a while. I don't really know the whole stories about him, and I don't really know every single character, but I have read the outlines about it. And I really have to say, this actually does have potential. And considering the fact that DC has a good track record, majority of the time when it comes to their TV shows, I'm actually looking very forward to see what they can do and possibly pull this off. So coming in at number 7, we have The Last of Us. The Last of Us is literally, if not the greatest video game I've ever played in my life. It's literally up there. Like, not PlayStation, not Switch. It's just that damn good. And it was so revolutionary when it came out at the time. The fact that it had story within a video game, and pretty much there's more Pedro Pascal because he's going to be playing Joel as the lead character, which I think Pedro Pascal can pull it off, although an old friend of mine told me that he can't pull off the mustache or the facial hair or anything, so I'm like wondering, are they going to put on a fake beard or something, or is he really going to grow out some facial hair? And I'm just like, I don't know. I mean, hopefully he looks like Joel. I think he actually has the acting chops for it, because, I mean, think about it, it's Pedro Pascal, and I'm just hoping for, just fingers crossed, that I know this is another video game adaptation, but I'm like, please don't mess up The Last of Us. Please. And coming in at number 6 is another MCU property, which I'm pretty sure you've already seen the trailers already, is Marvel Studios' Moon Knight. So Moon Knight is pretty much played by Oscar Isaac, who plays a man with dissociative identity disorder. I don't really know the comics of Moon Knight personally. I just know that he just has more like these powers, and that when it comes based on the moon, I thought that was kind of stupid at first, but then again, I'm like, if we live in a world where Aquaman, he can talk to fish, and also they can make a badass costume, I was like, why can't we do that with Moon Knight? So I'm like, yeah, I'm actually gonna wait until I actually see the thing, because I don't want to judge yet. But just by what the trailers look like, this actually looks very promising, and it looks kind of a little bit darker. Also, that Victor Von Doom little Easter egg, I caught that. Now we are in the top 5. Now the reason why I'm actually saying that a bit more seriously is because these top 5 TV shows are a little bit more personal to me. They are the ones I'm actually very looking forward to, like, because I've actually either, like, I'm very anticipated for it, or I've actually caught up with some of these shows, and I just can't wait for more seasons to come out. So coming in at number 5, we have, from Japan, My Hero Academia Season 6. My Hero, my god, I just love the anime. And no, I am not one of those toxic fan base. Like, trust me, like, although I will admit I haven't been in an anime mood lately. It's been a couple of months already, maybe even probably half a year or something. But the fact is, I will always watch My Hero Academia. Although I'm not caught up with the entire anime yet. I still got a few episodes left of season 5, but I can catch that up pretty easily. So yeah. And also the fact that I actually heard that the manga was going to end somewhere around this year. I'm like, damn, like, already? But then again, I'm not going to give any too many spoilers away, considering the fact that my sister reads the manga. She just says a lot of crazy stuff happens, and I'm just like, I'm scared. Coming in at number 4 is the 4th season of Stranger Things. I love Stranger Things. I don't think that the last one is as good as the first two, although the first season to me I think is still the best one, but there's a lot of cliffhangers and a lot of questions that we have not been answered yet, and I'm really, without giving any spoilers away, trust me, because I'm not going to give any spoilers to any people who haven't seen the show. I'm just going to say, like, where are our characters going to end up? What is the story going to lead into? And are we going to get some questions that are going to be answered? That's all I'm going to say about the 4th season. So coming in at number 3, I actually hate putting this one as number 3 because I think the top 3 deserve to be number 1 in either way, but it's my opinion, and I just had to just barely just say, like, it had to be 3rd position, but not by much. But it is the 3rd season of The Mandalorian. If you pretty much saw the last episode of season 2 and your reaction was like, holy sh! Yeah, that's pretty much where they left it off right there, because I'm like, where do we go from there? And also, we even branched off to the Book of Boba Fett, and now Mando, he's doing his own thing, and I'm like, I can't give away without giving too many spoilers, but I'm like, where do they go from here? And how does this tie into everything else? So coming in at number 2 is The Lord of the Rings, The Rings of Power. I love The Lord of the Rings. Like, it is my favorite trilogy of all time. Like, it's no doubt. I think it's the greatest film trilogy in history, and nothing comes close to it. And the Hobbit trilogy was, it was okay. I mean, but then again, if you watch in chronological order, the films do get better to, well, not in Hobbits, but at least in Lord of the Rings, you can actually say that. So when I actually heard that they were making a TV series about this, I was very against this, because from originally what I heard that they were just pretty much just going to remake the Lord of the Rings in a version of TV shows, but I was like, no, apparently that's not the case. It's actually a prequel to both Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, taking place apparently 1,000 years before that, and that it takes place during kind of like what we saw in the prologue of Lord of the Rings, the Fellowship of the Ring. Many of the members got rings, and then the rise of Sauron, and then man and elves separate from each other. So they're going to explore more on that, from what I've been told. I'm like thinking, okay, I'm on board. I don't know why Peter Jackson is not involved in this, considering the fact that he's been responsible for both The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings, but maybe Peter just wants to just step away from it. I don't know. It's his choice, and it is what it is. So coming in at number 1, my most anticipated TV show of 2022. Drum roll, please. Hello there. Without a doubt, it's Obi-Wan Kenobi. It's coming out on Disney Plus. That is my most anticipated. What the?
I've been waiting for you, Obi-Wan. We meet again at last.
How did you even get here?
The circle is now complete. When I left you, I was but the learner. Now I am the master.
Only a master of evil. Wait, hold on. I'm not even Obi-Wan.
But you're holding my lightsaber. The last person who held it was the one who cut me off on Mustafar. Obi-Wan.
It's just a toy, man. Look.
Wait, what?
Touching it. Not getting cut off. See?
You serious?
Yeah.
Oh, well, this is kind of a little embarrassing, but, okay. Well, do you want to join the dark side of the Force?
Just get out of here.
Okay, sorry.
Sorry about that, but anyways, Obi-Wan Kenobi with the
Did I
rise
also
of...
forget to mention that we have cookies?
Hayden, out!
From my point of view, the Jedi are evil!
So pretty much what I was going to say, Ewan McGregor's coming back to play the iconic role of Obi-Wan Kenobi. Thank you that they're bringing back Ewan McGregor. He was the best part of the prequel trilogy. And also not just that, they're bringing back Hayden Christensen as Darth Vader and Anakin, and apparently that they're going to fight each other one last time. Well, not like in chronological, but at least what we see in live action during this time. And this is literally... I'm like, thank you. I've always wanted Obi-Wan to come back. I did think that Ewan and Hayden were very underused, and they were underrated actors, because I think that they had the acting chops for it. It's just that they just didn't have the right script or direction to go with it. But the potential is clearly there, and that's just pretty much what I hope that Disney does right about it. Well, that pretty much does it for my top 10 most anticipated TV shows of 2022. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Also, tell me, what is your most top 10 anticipated shows to come out this year? Comment down below. Also, if you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. And if you haven't already, and subscribe to the channel for more content. And until then, I'll see you in the next video.